of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D Golf Day, yeah.
There it is. D-Mac, Darren McCarty here, back in the house. My name is Neil Rule. We have KG. KG, what up, though?
Hey, what up, though?
How you living?
Hey, I'm living good. How about you, man?
We're going to discuss that in a minute.
Oh, good.
Chase in the Chase Lounge. What's up, man?
Praise Javier.
What did he say?
Spencer?
What did he just say?
Hello.
Praise Javi. That's the new tape.
Mac wasn't here.
Yeah, we were singing hymns yesterday.
Yeah,
Hobby hymns.
Javi hymns. That's what they were doing.
Saint Mago.
Saint Mako. Yeah. And on third base, he rose again. Yeah. No, but all right, we'll get into that. No, we'll get into it.
I'm gonna have to go deep in the text.
No, I'm gonna need some help from you, D-Mac. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. I'm gonna need
From
some
what
help
I've
from
seen on social media, and staying out of it, or not, or whatever. Just, I have my own opinion or whatever. Deal. This has more therapy written all over it, and all these.
Exactly.
If anybody who follows me or whatever, I post all these inspirational, positive messages, right? Like stuff like this that I've learned over, especially the 4 rehabs I've been to back in the day. So the knowledge and, I live by the principles of Alcoholics Anonymous. I think I could take something out of the text.
Thank you.
That I've read to help you out a little bit later on when we get into it. Because here's the thing. Where I come, I saunter in here for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, DMAC part of the program, and check the temperature rate now. And like all jokes aside or whatever, but like the understanding, sometimes we can understand the why of people thinking some way, but this one really has you perplexed. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Word of the day.
Absolutely.
That means in a blender.
Yeah, and I am going to seek your guidance. I'm
going to roll it back. I might go Chase. Chase
style
in the Chase Lounge on you.
Okay. We're going to get there, though. We'll do that. We're going to do that one coming up at 11:14. But Spencer actually put it on the show sheet here. Spenny, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How's that mustache?
It's good.
It's elite.
It's good. It's feeling good.
You got a bare knuckle fight in the streets of Philadelphia in 1919 coming
I do,
up?
yeah.
You never know. Gangs of New York. They might be coming to town.
Come on,
5
come on.
points. Led by Spenmo Rags.
Yeah.
Put 'em up.
I'm going to be lifting big weights with giant balls at the end of the gym
Hey,
today.
do we pay you
In a leotard.
at the circus or the fair to hit that ball up to
I can do that.
get the prize? That's what you do, right?
Yep.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
But jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread, by the way.
What were you going to say? Like, Spenny, I haven't read it. This is the first time I've ever looked at the show sheet in about a month. Happy 3 years, Spenny.
Spencer
Thank you.
Raxter, 3 years on the show
yeah.
today.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, let me get a round of applause
3
for
years
my man.
today. Yeah, it started
on the 3rd.
March 18th, 2022
That's what it was.
was my first show. I took over for Sawyer. So yeah.
What do you remember from that day?
Not much.
Because I don't remember much.
Yeah, not much. It's all kind of a blur. A good
Absolutely.
blur.
How have you found your time to be on Big D Energy?
I found it very knowledgeable. I've learned a lot. Appreciate you guys. You guys make my life really easy to do this. I don't have all the best time in the world to be the ultimate show planner and stuff like that, because obviously the other show too. But you guys make my life really
It's a tough
easy.
spot you're in, man, to host
but
a
it
show.
always, Spenny, to this point, is to what this show is and how, like, the communication and the support. It has always been, and Neil and I always told you that your priority is to the heavyweights and whatever it is to here. But the time you spend on this show and what minimal maybe we need, we couldn't do it without. It doesn't seem Neil, usually when you say 3 years, it's like, man, that's it. It'd be longer than that. When you're working in this business, and sometimes you get caught in that doldrum, but not here, not with you. And the biggest thing is whatever you take from here to whatever else you do. So it's awesome to watch for what you've done to Big D Energy. I think that the viewers show, the response shows how much you're appreciated too. But But the self-awareness that this isn't the end-all be-all.
Yeah.
This is like the second most important. And, just like Big D Energy always is. We'll sit in the back.
Well, we'll be all right.
And no,
We'll be all right.
I appreciate you guys, man. I wouldn't want to be on any other show than with you guys here, and all you guys are the best, man.
Spinning you the man.
No
Appreciate
doubt,
you guys.
man.
Much
But
respect.
appreciate your efforts.
Much
for
respect.
It doesn't matter. I'll wake up sometimes in that 1:30 a.m. text with the show sheet on there.
Yeah.
And no, it is, man. I appreciate everything that you do for sure because it's not easy. What you do is not easy. Man,
You guys
to
make
do
it
the
easy.
show. Yeah.
You guys make it easy.
But definitely respectful of that. Jump into that chat, by the way. Tammy Chen, good morning. Darren,
morning.
Neal, KG, Chase,
Tammy.
Spencer, and everybody. FJ1967, good morning, Big D Energy and chat. Sandy Dorton, good morning, gang. Absolutely. So good morning, everybody.
Hey.
No, we are going to get in there.
Before we rock it and roll, did you get those pictures?
I do, yeah.
Can you put these up? Because I just want to say, the other night out at Diamond Music Saloon out in Belleville, Chase actually told me he was there in attendance.
Hey.
I did the D-Max Slapstick Comedy Tour. I got to just say that was like the most fun that I've had. Haven't been doing a lot of them lately, but to everybody that was there, the energy in the room and stuff like this. So it was cool. So got a couple of photos. If you've never been out there, they put some dough into that place. And I got to tell you, Neil, it reminded me of a more intimate soundboard.
Yeah.
Right? On
looked
top of
cool.
you. But like Chase, right?
I was at the soundboard Saturday and then the Diamondback Sunday. That's a perfect description of it, man.
So Chase, I was asking him. I didn't see Chase because they left right away and stuff like this. But I probably looked at Chase, like I could see at where the top rows in the back, like you can make people out. And for me, that connection's great. So thank you to everybody who turned out. And if you go out to Diamondbacks, look to see what they're holding. And anybody doesn't know, it's on 94 out in Belleville.
I just sent Spenny a couple more photos from like where I was sitting over
cool.
at D-Max, so if he wants to flash those about.
But thanks to everybody and thanks for all the support. It was a fun night.
No, it is. Isn't it fun walking out on a stage in a crowded room? Like when you walk out to start something. I've got a couple chances to do that at Fox Theater. Like Oakland did some things, and to like walk out on that stage, man, with like a full theater. It's an electric feeling.
The best part. It was us to 316.
Yeah.
And everybody gave it a hell yeah before we started out. So that was good. Yeah.
Of course. Woodward Sports chat thread, just a fan. Broadcaster 6 is the best. Spen,
Yes.
I got to ask you, and I'll put you on the spot, and you haven't had time to think about this.
Yeah.
What are some of your
Highlights.
favorite moments?
Okay, so
Story career.
my favorite moment, the one that stands out the most, was Flannel fucking stand on business to D-Mac. I think that was like, I was sitting in this booth like,
You were stunned?
astonished.
Yeah.
That he was right there saying that shit. I was like, dude, that's when I
Wasn't it
gained
like
an
you
utmost
had just a
respect.
regular career or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. It wasn't. People don't think of Darren McCarty when they look at those. I was like, dude.
To
Yeah,
his face,
first of all, yeah, they
To
do.
his
But that I just couldn't.
But
believe
it
it.
also too, right? Like and the fact where everybody thought it was gonna clock him or something.
Yeah.
Like that. No. Like and what did we learn? Flannel, you get away with it doing it to D-Mac because the bigger, but don't ever do that to Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
Right?
that's
No,
a fact.
because you will read
He got an
through.
answer for that.
But the thing is that the respect where he's coming from, but also because it's the why, right? And I could get mad and everybody could defend or whatever, but then it digs deeper into who Flannel really is. And Flannel's a stats guy. Flannel, like the most, so he's going to what his true beliefs are. I think he's full of shit,
Yeah.
and I think he doesn't understand, and I think that our paths are different, but the respect that you have to it, and you got to respect Flannel's his own man and will stand on whatever else gets, I don't agree with most of what he says, but I respect him.
And,
And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And because what it comes down to is your perception of what championships are made of, and a little bit more than everything else.
And I think two more that stand out for me. One was the Big Boy show when I ate like 6 waffles or whatever it was.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that was a good one.
You're like, I can do it.
Yeah.
No way, Spenny.
Eating a waffle
That
every
was
half
good,
hour or
dude.
something
Nice.
like
Dude,
that.
that was good.
And
That's
then,
goated.
and then the other one was the show at what was that outdoor place called that we used to have? Where when you did the tractor race.
Oh yeah.
The landscape
outdoor equipment company.
Yeah.
That was a good
fun.
one.
Those are always fun. My favorite, and it's coming up because it's like we can celebrate. It's going to be a celebration. It's like Spenny Day, downtown's opening day. So, all the fun downtown.
Oh yeah.
So no, that's good. That's good. Hey, and in the chat, if you got some favorite memories of Spenny in his 3 years here at Big D Energy, throw them in there.
DNC ENT in the chat. Javi. DNC, we're going to get to that in a minute. They're out there.
Part 2.
I was surprised, honestly.
I was stunned.
I looked at the Instagram comments. I didn't even look at Twitter, but I looked at the Instagram comments on the reel. I was like,
go peep those, KG.
Yeah, I will. But Javi is liked around here, man. I know, it's crazy, right?
It's his aura.
He does have aura.
He died for our sins.
Whether he performs or not, you got to admit he has an aura. He does.
Honestly, he kind of died for our sins last year.
Yeah, he sacrificed himself for the Tiger season.
Yeah, and then magically they went 24 and 10.
Yeah, they made the playoffs. It was he fell on the sword.
Well, he left in August, and they lost 10 games the rest of the year.
He was carrying one of those giant marble tigers on his back through the streets of Detroit.
With sandals on.
Yeah.
He who is without a hit will swingeth at the first pitch, man.
It's facts.
Okay. We're going to get there, though, because I'm going to lean on D-Mac again. We've been friends for a long time. We fought similar battles, throughout our time.
Well, I'm going to bring it back around where we can all understand.
We're definitely going to get there. Larry Roberts, Pistons put belt to ass all game last night on the Pelicans.
Shout out to JB Bickerstaff for getting the boys fired up.
I don't think he needed to do much.
Yeah.
They were pissed off already.
That's facts.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Nick Pancone, I met Spenny twice on the mean streets of Woodward. Great guy.
Shout out. Appreciate you.
No question.
I'm just, I'm who I am.
I know you are.
Can I comment just one thing on the Pistons?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? And God bless, because I'm sure you covered it. Yeah, I know you covered it yesterday about him speaking up and defending his players.
Yeah.
But that's the next step where this team is all in together and whatever, because he told them is that now you can't count, not that you before you counted on the refs, but go show the league that I said my piece. I don't give a shit, whatever it is, and then boys go out and will take care of business and take care of it themselves. So
yeah,
it's a great response. It's a something to read into, as far as just goes to show you how tight that room is.
Yeah, we got some Lions non-signed free agent news, so we'll discuss that. And I am going to get into the Pistons too, because there was a staggering stat that I heard this morning that it really clicked for me. And we'll talk about the game last night, though there wasn't really a ton to talk about. But we're going to spin it into the stat, though, which was mind-blowing to me about the Pistons, and it made things real, no question about it. But we are going to talk about the Javi thing real quick. Robert Colosia, Neil, that feeling when you walk out on stage is why Frankie Valli keeps rolling out on the stage at 100 years old and he's nearly comatose. Robert, I think I've said this before. This job, right? And I've always said that about doing play-by-play. This is why I give my parents a lot of credit for working in car factories and stuff like that when everything was the same every day. And they showed up and took care of business and did their job and took care of their family. They never get the feeling. When I do play-by-play, there's a producer that you can talk to, like, during the game. Obviously, a lot of you know that. So when you sit down at the desk or courtside or wherever you are, they'll come on, they'll say, hey, 5 minutes, hey, 1 minute, we're going on, you have 30 seconds. Then they count you down from 10. And then you go. And that feeling when they count you down from 10, I don't know what heroin's like, but if it's anything like that feeling, then I get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
I get for real.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
If you get that, and 99.9% of people never got that feeling from their job.
No, that's a fact.
And I get it sometimes 4 times a week, dude, and it is.
It's a blessing.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah.
It is. It's the most incredible high, so I'm glad you brought that up, Robert.
I think the Road Warriors said it the best.
Ooh, what a
rush. And I said this yesterday on stream, Spemo Racks on Twitch. Go check it out.
Shout out.
I'm an affiliate now, so you can subscribe. I can never go back to working a real job. I'm too much of a bitch now. Like
I know, right?
I can never go back to working a job where I gotta clock in. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? I love my cushy little lifestyle of talking about bullshit for a couple hours a day and then editing myself talking about bullshit for the rest of the day. Like, I could never go back to, like, I know back when I was working 13-hour shifts at Grand Traverse Pi while doing 14 credits a semester, like, that shit was awful.
Yeah.
Back when I was a manager at Coney not too long ago doing night shifts, that was awful. I have the best job in the world, man. I can never go back. I'm soft now.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your 3-year, you're grateful for what you have instead of what you don't. That's a great place.
Lloyd Bryan, I'm not going anywhere. It's just the 3-year anniversary.
3 year today.
My first day.
And Spinny is a fucking legend, so we're going to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
He's
bro.
off probation.
Off probation, yep.
Eric Wall in the chat. We didn't talk about Cade's ejection. No, because we have DMAC here today, I purposely kind of tabled the JB Bickerstaff discussion. Mm-hmm. And they helped out by putting belt to ass yesterday, so not a lot has changed.
It's relevant
still.
still.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk to some people in the town kind of questioning JB Bickerstaff's thing.
What?
So I'll run it by DMAC.
Well, you heard that.
I'm just saying, I heard it around town. But anyway, with that being said,
You were told.
I was told.
You was lied to.
What else?
Mike-
Else you been told? I've been told about food.
Yeah.
Mike O, Neil hitting the main line. So here's how it's going to work, everyone. I have to clean up this Javi stuff, and we have to revisit it. And it's not because of me. It's because of you. Not you, but you. And I'll share it with you.
When are you going to realize you're not going to win this battle?
I'll die. Hey, I'll get rich or
What are
die
you
trying.
talking? I'm not even gonna get it. What are you talking about? Neil's trying to save everybody. The times tick,
Yeah.
tick, tick. It's gonna explode,
Listen,
bro.
Javi is our Lord and Savior, and he gave himself for the Tigers to have postseason success.
Well,
Amen.
maybe give back
May bias be with you.
23 million then.
And also with you.
All right.
So far, Javi.
Come on. Let's talk about something good, something that does perform at a high level. Buddy's Pizza, everybody. Buddy's Pizza created the category for original Detroit-style pizza and has been serving it since 1946. 22 locations in Michigan. There's always a Buddy's Pizza near you. The cornerstone of the city of Detroit. Like Javi playing the hot corner. No, not like that. I'm just kidding. But Buddy's is the cornerstone of Detroit. They've been in the game 79 years. They're a dedicated community partner. Notable local partnerships like the Michigan Humane Society, Salvation Army, Detroit Zoo. That cuts a lot of ice with me too, man. It does. Save 10% on your entire order. All you have to do, use a promo code 10MEAL. That's right, promo code 10MEAL. You'll get 10% off. There's 22 locations, so people go there a lot. So stands to reason you go there a lot. So save 10%. Use a code 10MEAL. Go find a location near you. Go to buddiespizza.com. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome. Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Rule here for Woodward merch. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. Get the latest in Detroit sports wearables. Get geared up for opening day. It's going to be a party. It's always a party. We will be there. You will be too. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right, we're off and running here on a Tuesday. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty back in the fold. KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge as well. In the chat, Ed. And if you want to jump the line, just go ahead, take advantage of the super chat. We will get to those as they come in. Ed in the chat. How do I get tickets to the opening day Woodward Sports pre-party? GrandSlamDetroit.com, my friend. We'll see you down there. All right, pull up. The drinks will be flowing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there will be. Woodward Sports chat thread, get into their Anakin Skywalker. The Okuda pick still baffles me. It baffles everyone, Anakin. It's never going to be doing that. Rack, you guys know where you will be on opening day yet? Yeah, we're running it back, Rack.
Yeah, Detroit Opera House.
Grand Slam.
Wherever you're not.
Yep.
It's a great spot. We just hope it's a little warmer this time. Yeah, it's a great spot though.
Yeah, is it too far out to know what the weather's supposed to be like?
Too far out.
Yeah.
But we'll look at it. Nicholas Duncan, my bracket is locked in the Woodward bracket contest. Go to woodwardsports.com, get in there for that as well. Everyone wants to be involved, man. I like it. Speaking of being involved, some folks were involved yesterday in the Javi discussion. Well, I didn't know you want to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper, but they did. And D-Mac, I was floored. I was stunned. And people in the chat, KG, you said that before. People are like, no, who's against that? Who's against what you said on Javi? Well, it's funny you ask, because there was a whole bunch. This was just on X, just an hour before the show. And Jed, Tigers JUK. Jed, who I follow and like. I like his takes. He's a Tigers fan in England. Go follow. And I'll plug him. Like, go follow him. Said, quote, clueless idiot.
Damn.
Jack on there. He's already getting paid more than he'll ever deserve. Why not try to get some use out of it? Isn't this the best only time in the season you can at least see what he has to do or what he can do anywhere other than short? Youper, I doubt this schmuck can even spell egregious. What a drama prince.
I love it when people get called a schmuck. I'm sorry. There's always a soft
Schmuck's
spot
a
in my
great
heart.
name. I'm not going to lie.
It is.
It's creative. I'll give Youper IA some credit for that one. Jason, there's too many takes like this out there. Okay, so I bring this up, D-Mac, not to squeeze some more juice out of a talk. And it's not that. You're not going to get the same thing from me because it's out there. I did it yesterday. It's out there. But I bring this up because I want to understand how. And there are some people out there, those people are knowledgeable Tigers fans. I don't get where the disconnect is. Because you can, like the guy that said, why not put him out there now? Because the games count. And if we learned anything last year,
or the last 2 years before that,
every game matters. And the facts of the matter, D-Mac, are this. In 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, this team will be in Dodger Stadium playing the Dodgers. You think you can afford to make an error in that game? You think with Tarek Skubal pitching that game, you think you can afford an error, overcome an error? No. They're the world champions. They might only lose 50 games this year. Like, you can't afford that stuff. And I'll never understand it. There are Javi defenders, and there were infinitely more than that on Instagram. So, D-Mac, I go to you. Well, I go to you hat in hand as my friend for over a decade. A guy you and I have fought similar battles, not, the substance thing, but very similar battles.
Substance is different, but it's the same
same
battle.
result. So I go to you, D-Mac, and I go to the people in the chat. Help me understand how there are not 1, 2, 3, but multiple defenders of this guy. Help me, okay. D-Mac. Help me. Help me, please.
So, as the head of HR and the Minister of Accountability, this is the continuation to the conversation to the end of the season about Javi Baez being on the payroll at the beginning of the year and what it would mean in effect and how they're going to use him, because after what happened last year without him or whatever and the great run that we had, there was a group of us, me included or whatever, that was saying have to get them off the books and have to move on, right? So obviously the people that are spouting and defending Javi and saying this or whatever else had not got to that point where we're moving. We have to move on from this guy, Neil. It's about Will. So who are you talking to? You're not talking to those people, right? Because what you're trying to do is to get people out ahead of the storm, the typhoon, the hurricane, whatever's coming, because it's inevitable. So my question in return to these people is, so how long will it take? How long will the Javi experiment take? Because what Neil's saying is to have him taking away from somebody else, even if it's a young guy in their progress or whatever, because Javi Baez is the worst OPS player, right? And everything that goes along with it. We weren't in a position when we were having this conversation at the end of the season after last year that Javi was part of this team in the future, and no matter what, move on from him. So this is a continuation with that. So who are you talking to? Right? Because the same people, all you can do is just wait, because the same people, to what you said, right? What is it? They have to go 1-4, 1-5, or like he's got to make an error. They have to see it they have to see that it doesn't work, right? Maybe this will work. Maybe this is the special thing, but people have to see it doesn't work. You're just trying to get ahead of them and telling this is inevitable, guys, and it's going to hinder us more than it helps us. I agree with you. I don't have anything wrong with that. We've been in the same ballpark. What did we said? Once Javi's on the DL, this team started cooking.
Yeah.
Right? And even he could. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know what people, like, is it a wish? Is it a hope? To the fact of, to me, it's a continuation of the conversation we had at the end of the year. But obviously they're not doing anything. And so, Neil, this is one of those situations where you're just going to have to wait and see and just sit back and say, I told you so.
I feel like some of the fans they feel like nothing's going to happen with Javi anyway. If you're just going off the track record of the organization, they're going to sit on this contract until.
But we have an owner in this town.
Yes.
An owner in this town that made a mistake and didn't think for a second about writing the check and fixing it. And where are they at now?
But guess what? His name isn't Chris Ilitch, unfortunately. And this is his track record.
Okay.
They did it with Miguel. They did the same thing with Miguel Cabrera at the tail end of his career.
No, but Miggy wasn't the worst everyday player in the history of the game.
That is fair.
Miggy still provided something.
That is fair.
He wasn't the worst in the league. Javi is, over the last 2 years, the worst everyday player in baseball history.
I hear you.
History ever. And I don't care. Like, guys, you can be mad at me and say, you're yelling at the clouds, and why are you so upset? Because I'm angry. Because I watch every game like a lot of you do, and I'm angry about it because the fix is right there.
But if you know the owner's not going to get rid of him as a fan or some fans, what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, he's collecting the money anyway. You might as well.
Might as well what?
Not
be worse?
What Neil's saying, not when you put him in here and it drags the rest of the team, and it's worse to have him there than not have him there.
I agree.
So then you're going to pay him $25 million to be a bench, off the bench,
but
or be a
what?
which takes away from somebody else.
But another.
Before we continue,
and
I don't know if this is true or not, but this might be the answer, and Hoof Hardy might have cracked the case. Javi got LASIK in the offseason.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it
and
is.
A new
so
hip.
you can
And
see
a new
now.
hip, bro.
That's what
I'm
it is.
New eyes, new hip, Javi.
Dr. Yaldo, we're banking on Yaldo. Let's go.
I think.
I don't know if he did or not, but I thought that was good. Maybe he should.
I think part of it that also.
Even if he didn't need it.
I think part of it that also helps Javi in his favor is that the team likes him. Like, if he was a true locker room cancer and people weren't getting along with him, he would be out the building
KG,
already.
and I'm not buying that either.
Okay,
I'm not
just telling you.
Because look me in the eye, dude, and tell me if you were on a team and you got this guy that makes you worse. It's inarguable. And I will not, that is where I will not tolerate it. Like, you will not sit here and tell me, go see what you can get. I've seen what we can get for him for the last 2 years.
I agree.
Nothing is the answer. Below nothing is the answer. He
agree.
hurts the team. You can't argue that. And that is where, and anybody that says anything to the opposite of that, you'll trigger me then, because I can't understand you. I can't understand your position. I can't understand the why, and I never will. So if that's the case, and you got to pay him anyway, then just cut the check and say deuces.
And that's what I would do, but apparently he's doing something in that locker room for
you
somebody.
Can't
Otherwise, he wouldn't be there.
So, KG, let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
You're Tarek Skubal, and you're on the mound, and it's Dodger Stadium opening day. And you're playing the world champions, and you're up 1-0. You're shutting the Dodgers out through 5. The Dodgers, a multi-billion-dollar payroll. And a ground ball gets hit to third, and he makes an error. Or I'll even stop it there. A ground ball gets hit to third, and Javi's playing third. Yeah. What's going through your mind?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't be happy about it, but I can't say the same.
So stop. So personally, you wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, just speaking for me.
Any person in the world, what would go through their mind?
I understand that.
Shit.
I understand
So that would be your mindset. You see what I'm saying here? D-Mac, can that be the difference of winning and losing a game?
Hit the third.
Right.
Remember?
Absolutely.
Hey, D-Mac, do you remember that time when the team was on a power play and you're like, man, I really hope Dominik Hasek stops this shot.
Yeah.
Man, oh shit, Dominik Hasek's in goal.
You sucking at being a player in the league, that's a different story from being a locker room cancer. Like, I'm pretty sure we would have heard
Yeah, but
stories.
for $25 million, how much could it? My something to think about that gets me thinking is the bigger question, right? They're trying to fit him in somewhere so we don't have somebody coming up that is better, like pushing him out, like at third base or whatever, the next guy that's challenging or pushing him out.
They not
right?
ready
It's like
yet,
a rotational thing. That's what's more telling because we don't have a guy come. We always hear about these young
But
guys.
D-Mac, you can just scratch the check and go get
I
literally
get
anyone
it.
else.
That's what I would have done because you need coming in line, coming down the line. He's the worst. Neil, at the end of the day, he's the worst statistical hitter in the league.
I know. And then I'm hearing from the people, well, he's had a good spring. Checks notes, 1 for his last 10.
But that one, though,
That one was a bomb.
No, it wasn't. It was a double.
rocket double.
You've never seen a double hit so hard.
I can't understand it.
What?
I'm trying to
Neil,
help you,
Steve
but
said he made a good point. I don't think you're considering in the Woodward Sports chat. He said, Neil, he's only 32. He needs time to develop.
Oh, okay. You know what? Take the break. Tell him about Lady Jane's. I need to recalibrate. Now,
Lady
please,
Jane's.
someone talk other than me.
Javi, come on in. At Lady Jane's, they take the chore out of getting a haircut. Talent stylists will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Woodward Sports is at it again, giving away more cash and prizes than anyone in Detroit. Get into our March Bracket Challenge, powered by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. If you have the biggest basketball brain and get first place, you win $1,000 cold, hard cash. But it doesn't stop there. Second place gets a weekend at Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, including brunch at Erie and golf. Third place, 2 club seats to see the Pistons versus Bucks with food and drinks courtesy of RHB Laboratories in Troy. You can pre-register now at woodwardsportsbracket.com. That's woodwardsportsbracket.com. Then, after Selection Sunday, fill out your bracket for your chance at $1,000 in cash money and more. Pick by mascot, choose by team colors, have your dog pick. No matter how you do it, go to woodwardsportsbracket.com right now and register. All powered by the best in the game, Chug and Nathan Neurosurgery and Woodward Sports.
Mark White is. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, he should be your first choice. You can save up to $5,000 your closing costs. That's right, $5,000. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or call him at 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com. Mark White, he'll get you in your dream home.
All right, keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We're going to get to the Pistons, everybody. We are. There's a ton of comments to get to. Ton of comments to get there. Tev Sauce, too. What Neil doesn't understand is Javi is a champ. I know.
Sure.
He's an air champion. I know that for a fact. There is.
Who was more back, Javi or Torkelson? 248?
Art Vandelay. But Neil, hey, Neil, but he's mobile. Yeah, and he's an elite tagger. Steve, it's tagging Neil. I knew. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I love it, man.
But this is my point, though.
Can't get enough.
You know what, Neil? Like, to me, it's like, when does the bomb go off? Like, it's inevitable. To Kenny's point, I think that right now it's not. Yes, he's in there. The owner has decided, and the GM and whatever, that a roster spot and $25 million not to pay him to go away is because he's not hurting. When he makes that error, when he goes 1 for 10 with 6 strikeouts or whatever like that, that could wane down.
Yeah.
right? A little bit, but right now they're willing to they're trying to squeeze everything out of the tube that they can, right?
Taylor Shantz. Oh no, people are starting to believe the LASIK joke. No, Taylor, that's what's befuddling to me in here. Here in the chat also, Steve O'Baby. Neil, do you remember Brandon Inge? He was way worse. No, he wasn't. No one's been worse.
And I hated Inge. He wasn't worse.
Can we pull up that
near.
stat?
I hated him.
Find that
Nowhere
stat.
near.
Show everybody.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near as bad. But I guess that's my frustration, D-Mac. And as we wrap this up, like that is my frustration. So I wanted to touch on something before we change gears here. Darren McCarty, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, professional athlete.
Lost 2. Sorry.
Yep. Choked a couple of times, right?
Absolutely.
In that locker room, D-Mac, and I get what I get where KG's coming from. I get what he's trying to say, but you cannot tell me, D-Mac, and they won't do it publicly because they're too good. They're too good at individuals. Tarek Skubal, Riley Green, AJ Hinch. AJ Hinch is managing his ass off.
Yeah.
Tarek Skubal's pitching his ass off. Riley Green's an all-star. And to put him in a position to have a negative impact on that, I'll never understand. So sorry, guys. Then I guess it's just a disconnect. And there's no way, D-Mac, that you can't – there's no way anyone can tell me that in Tarek Skubal's soul, all right? And this is just – if I were Tarek Skubal, for me to be out here last year winning the Cy Young and being the best pitcher in baseball for 1/10 of the money that Javi Baez made, less than 1/10 of the money that Javi Baez made, you can't tell me that wouldn't bother me. You can't, D-Mac. And I'm saying internally. So I'll ask you internally.
We're talking.
I'm not talking publicly.
We talk about whatever.
No, I'm asking you, the ex-athlete. And
in a Tarek Skubal situation, because he's going to get his, I don't think as much. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're going to get your big money or whatever like that. But
if you're Trey Sweeney.
And somebody else that's produced.
If you're Trey Sweeney starting in the minors.
Still got it.
Right. Trey Sweeney
still
ain't got much
to
of
prove
argument.
himself to whatever, but, you know.
He's better than Javi.
Yeah, you're right.
Understandable.
You're right. Like, but then it comes down to tenure or whatever like that. So I just think when it's the bottom line that we talk about is who's running, like there's a mandate obviously from Chris Ilitch because other owners, if they don't want somebody, like we've seen Tom Gores and, you know, write a check and move on. So to me, this is AJ saying I still have use for him, and he's still something to whatever, whether we agree or we don't agree and we believe. I think that's it. But he's on he's got to be on such a short leash that if it starts to be a detriment or takes playing time away from somebody developing, I think that's the case. There could be that stuff, but usually not to the case that he's not jealous. Like, I'm sure Skubal's more pissed off is like wanting a bigger deal to get more money, but he knows he's going to get paid in the long run. So, but there could be.
Right.
I mean, it comes down to people.
As we wrap this up, D-Mac, can you help me?
Well, it's
why can't I reach these people?
You're not going to.
No, you just gotta understand like who you're talking to.
I missed that. What'd you say, Spenny?
How can I reach these kids?
I think we
can't reach these kids. You already booed them kids.
Yeah. Help me, D-Mac. You talked to me before about aspects of rehab, right?
I said no matter if you're battling anything. Right, like it says in the book too that some people don't have the mental capacity to get sober or to grasp, putting sugar down
or to get healthy.
It's all willpower.
Be a better dad.
It's the
whatever.
will, right?
That's
like all that
sliders.
stuff, right? At the end of the day, from two guys that have fought different battles but yet the same. You look in and it's that will. So you're talking to like the accountability. I think it's two different conversations because the people that are defending, well, then they're not there yet. And if they were there last year, well, they flip-flop. So they're lying, right? But they're willing. What there is they're willing to give it that time. You're not like Chicken Little, the sky is falling. You're telling from what history has proven and stats to whatever is that this is what's going to happen, and what you're afraid of, right, is what we're all afraid of with everything, is that it sets this team back and they're playing from behind again before the ship gets righted. And what will it take for these people that are defending him? Will it automatically turn around, or is it just the fact that they say, no, he's just ours? If Chris Illich says he's ours, then it's okay. It's just Javi.
Yeah, but Neil, we paid Alex Cobb $16 million, so they're fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. No, but again, though, it goes back to it, and you said this, D-Mac, and I can't remember if it was somebody in the chat or whatever, like, there are the same people that are out there defending Javi are like, what's Steve Yzerman doing?
Oh, I just said
what's
that.
Brad Holmes
they're
doing?
defending him and then yelling at Yzerman and Brad Holmes and all that. Like, it's just so you have to understand, right, that you're not at that frequency that those people are, and you got to quit playing around down there.
Well, no, I just look at impact.
No,
like
I understand. I look at what you're saying and believe it. Matt Broder, our very own, who's baseball
shout out
elite, right? Like, what are we talking about here? But I'm the same way with a lot of different things, and you can't convince people if they are going to accept it. It's just when it happens, Neil, we're going to sit here, and if you were told, you know what, I told you so. That's what it is. I just wonder, when does it, maybe that's it. So for when the levee breaks again, when will it be? You got to think it's sooner than later.
Steve, Javi playing shortstop and third, I would call that versatile. DNC ENT, honestly, it's a good thing we didn't get Bregman. We can't block Javi. He needs the reps at third.
Yeah, true. Same with Matt Chapman.
Man, we could have had LeBron and Wade at third, man. Stop playing. Bregman and Javi, what?
No, absolutely. Yeah, by the way, shout out to Matt Broder chiming in the chat. Hey, man, bunting. It's good for the game. I'll take Javi bunting every time.
Now you support bunting when it's
with Javi? Yeah.
He can bunt with 2 strikes.
You're right.
Absolutely. I would definitely do that. Nicholas Duncan, Yzerman traded Wallman. This team fell out of playoff berth. They were 62 and 66 without Javi. Then they were 24 and 10 and had a historic run without him.
And not forget all those playoff games that Jake Wallman played in for the Red Wings.
That is true. Mike G. Neil, can you and Broder do another counterpoint on bunting? No, because it's a short discussion. Bunting's stupid. Look at the math.
Unless it's Javi.
Unless it's Javi. that is some analytics I will dig into. All right, Pistons, when we come back, let's talk about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, everybody. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. They're the best in the game. You can scan the QR code on the screen. Check out the inventory. If you are in the market, a 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, $199 per month plus tax on that lease. An Equinox front-wheel drive, lease that for $249 a month plus tax as well. There's tons of other deals. Whatever kind of Chevy you are in the game for. I bought my car from Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. I doubt I'll buy a car anywhere else because it was that easy. It can be that easy for you also. It doesn't take a lot of time. They're going to get you the numbers, man. They're going to get you the baseline price, and away you go. FeldmanAuto.com. Scan the QR code on the screen.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Woodward Sports is at it again, giving away more cash and prizes than anyone in Detroit. Get to our March Bracket Challenge powered by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. If you have the biggest basketball brain and can get first place, you could win $1,000 in cold hard cash. Second place gets a weekend at Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, including brunch at Airy and golf. Third place, 2 club seats to see the Pistons versus the Bucks with food and drinks courtesy of RHB Laboratories in Troy. Go register now at WoodwardSportsBracket.com. Get your selections in, and you will be entered into the contest. Again, WoodwardSportsBracket.com now to register. All powered by the best in the game, Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery and Woodward Sports.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge as well. KG's here. Shad in the Super Chat, by the way. New hip hobby is not the same as broke hip hobby.
That is true.
That is a fact.
Yep, that is a fact. All right, wanted to change it up, and the Pistons nuked the Pelicans last night. They were up 20 at the end of the first. Yeah, John Effing Lord, top 5 bunts.
Hey.
There would have to be 5 good ones then, John Effing Lord. There are not 5 good ones. They always end in out.
The squeeze, the suicide squeeze don't get you?
Back in
It don't get your juices flowing?
Show me that clip.
Right.
How
Sure.
do you not love a good suicide squeeze?
As long as it doesn't end in an out.
You can come up with 5 that didn't.
All right, tell me.
I
Good,
can't come
good,
up with a
good,
bonus
good
five.
talk, KG. Good
But,
talk.
All right,
Thank you.
fine. I'm about to go find 5 good ones and present them.
Okay. Anyway,
What about, what's his name?
Exactly.
Roger Dorn from Major League, suicide squeeze to
yeah.
score
It took a movie for a bunt
Willie
to
Mays
work.
Hayes. Yeah, I mean, hey, legendary bunt.
Taylor, number 1, bunt cake. Bunt cake is elite.
Bunt cake is elite. Very
So
slept
elite.
on.
So
It is slept on. I agree with you. But anyway, there's a couple things to unpack about the Pistons last night. Because I did want to get D-Mac's take on, and you've seen it by now, the JB Bickerstaff explosion, the pounding of the table. And D-Mac, I heard some dissent in local sports media against it, so I will go to
Wait,
you.
what?
Yeah, right?
There was. People talked about it in the
Okay, so
chat. I'll leave it at that.
I hopefully it wasn't the same people that like us in this room were saying, you know what, as far as Cade getting more calls as being an all-star and stuff like this. I mean, enough's enough. I mean, God bless your coach sticking up and whatever. That just tells me they're all on the same page. And he's had enough. JB Bickerstaff ain't a guy. He's not a windpipe. He's not a yeller. He's not whatever. So it's more of when he does it. And I think he picked the perfect opportunity to do it. I wanted him to do it before that. And, you know, as far as Cade getting tossed or whatever, no, God bless him. And it just goes to show you how tight this team is. And then I mentioned it earlier. So you want to, you know, it's one thing is that you tell me, so, oh, yeah, and how I react to it. How did they react last night? Just came out and just
Dropped the bomb on them.
Dropped the bomb. Did what they're supposed to do. So they're on mission. I think that this is the perfect time to do it, right? Because what do we care about? What do we know now? This team's a playoff team, correct?
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Right? So when do you want these calls? It's not as much now, but in the playoffs, right? So if this is the start of the league, I mean, all the other great coaches and players, they all bitch and moan at some point. And I think that maybe we mark this as, was this the time in March for the Pistons that things sort of started to change? And that's more from the league. We're not talking about anything that, like, when I watched the blatancy of the non-calls or the calls and whatever like this, the ineptitude of the refereeing, I don't get upset. It's like Javi Baez. It's on brand. I know what I'm watching. But it's how we react to that. And it was time. And I thought it was the perfect time. Timing's everything in life. And I thought that this was great time for JB to do that and everybody take notice. I don't know why would somebody be upset with that?
They thought it was kind of theatrical and stuff like
And
that.
it had, yes, 100 million%. But when a non-theatrical, soft-spoken guy that's all business is theatrical, what's it mean? It gets everybody to stop and look what he's talking about. So maybe the ear that wasn't listening before might listen now.
And my question to you, D-Mac, is as a player, what goes through your mind when you see that? Because if my leader is up there doing that, and I've always said this too, even like when I worked at a pizza place as a kid, I always vibed the most with the leaders that were willing to do the stuff you were doing. Like I had a manager at a pizza place one time that would mop the floor at night, like mop the floor. Like
you're not bigger than what's needed to be done in the certain time to fill the mill spec and stuff like this. So this just reiterates, and I'm sure they've talked about it, right? And I'm like, what have we seen? Have we not seen Cade composure through his career as far as, being fouled or not getting the calls or whatever like this? So I just think it was one of these things that they've talked about before, and it was all timing, and this was the perfect timing for it. Like, enough's enough, because you have to be good. You have to be a winning basketball team or a winning hockey team, and they are right now. They're are they like, the bell of the NBA right now as far as everybody's eyes are in on it? Yeah. So you don't do it, in the middle of December when you're 10th place battling for a playoff spot. You do it when you're the hottest team, when everybody's talking about your turnaround, when you won 14 games last year. Now you're going to rip off 45 plus. Right.
Well, and the other thing too, D-Mac, is like that's when the timing was right. Cade had just gotten kicked out. You weren't going to win that game anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, is that he took his
that was the time.
Chips all in at the right time. You might have thought he should have done it a few games ago.
But the opportunity never presented itself.
Because why? Who got tossed? Who doesn't get
the
tossed?
All-Star.
The All-Star, your best player, so when's the perfect
who just
time
got his
to make
first
a point?
technical in his career
right?
a week before.
If you make that point or something on Isaiah Stewart or a Duran or something, it doesn't have the effect it does when it's your star. And not only your star, the All-Star, and the one that maybe, oh, wow, why coach get upset? Hey, what? Oh, are they mistreating Cade? He's the next whatever. It's just the way that it works. And I think that when it goes to great coaching too, yes, X's and O's and knowing your players, but it's also knowing the vibe. This is more of a Scotty Bowman tactic that I see.
And that was what I was driving at.
It's not an individual. It was never about JB Bickerstaff. This was about Cade Cunningham and his Detroit Pistons teams, and I've had enough. Right? How many times we've seen Izzo go off? You know what I'm saying? But you sort of expect Izzo to go off. Right? So I think it's the demeanor. He just played his chips real well.
And that was the time. That was the timing. The timing worked out that way.
Yeah, the timing in the season, the timing with how many games are left, the timing because everything. It's like, wait, I'm sure so let me take you back to practice during November, December, or whatever. These conversations are going on, and it's like, you know what? We got to suck it up. We're not going to get the calls. We're not good enough. But when we are good enough, I got you. I got all of us. Okay, coach. Okay, coach. I believe it. Right? It's that belief in each other, and that's what it goes to, too, or the culture.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike O. Finally, the Pistons are relevant. Are they relevant?
Yes.
Been relevant.
Exactly. That's kind of my thing. Because do you think that they're still getting the vibes in this town?
I mean, the fans that don't believe just really don't watch the Pistons at this point.
No, they're coming. Everybody's coming out, too.
Yeah.
But, the Pistons fans are there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm
talking about, the general Detroit sports fan that kind of floats through the year.
Well, most of the casuals have caught on that the Pistons are back, for lack of better words. But the ones that still doubt it, I can't necessarily blame them just based on the history. But there's a small sector. That's normal.
Danny G, if Baez hits 30 homers, Neil needs to get the number 28 tattooed behind his ear.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spenny will. Right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's going to happen.
You betting the over?
No. What's the over? 6.5?
I imagine it will be a half.
Yeah.
Alt line it, Spenny. Come on.
Alt line 24.5.
28.5 home runs. Come on.
Plus 80.
It would probably say plus a bafillion.
Yeah.
Not even a real number.
Nice payday. $1 makes $1 million.
Yeah, $1 retires you for life.
Saying there's a chance.
Speaking of that, I know it's off subject. Did you see the guy that bet 50 cents, 179,000 with It was 13-plus total touchdowns for Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, Bijan Robinson, and one other, Miss Saquon.
Really?
50 cents for $79,000.
That's crazy.
I saw that yesterday.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Lunchbox. K got thrown out over the ref trying to give a player a free technical shot. No doubt. And but JB went off the edge because K got a second technical to be ejected from the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For just saying, then line us up then. He was a little more colorful than that. Yeah. But that was it. And JB's had enough of it because Cade Cunningham's an all-star in this game. He's one of the elite guards in the NBA. Let me say that again. He's one of the elite guards in the NBA. Not in Detroit, not in the division, not in the East. He's one of the elite guards in the NBA, and he's going to go to battle for him. When some bullshit happens to him, he's going to lay it down.
Yeah, not this guy, right? That would have been, that might have been, right? It's the perfect storm. If it was anybody else, I don't think, but because of the situation. And then you go, how does it affect the team, right? Team rallies and comes out and just lays it down.
Hoof-hearted. If Javi hits 40 home runs this year, Neil will get a tattoo of Javi on his inner thigh.
You should.
Yeah, looking up. Why not? Let's do it. Rest in peace Tuesday, everybody. But I got a Pistons thing for us when we come back, and then after we get back, we'll do the rest in peace. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair. All right, we're live at the Planet Fitness Studios, everyone. I was in there. I've been slacking on my Run Club posting. I was in there killing it today, yesterday, as a matter of fact. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit. The squeaky clean gym, tons of equipment, knowledgeable staff, judgment-free atmosphere. All Planet Fitness memberships include personal training for no extra cost. Some of you are out here fooling around with a gym membership that's costing you $80 a month. You know someone that is. I don't get it either. Want all the perks? Get the Planet Fitness Black Card. All the amenities. Unlimited use of the Black Card Spa featuring hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, and more. Over 2,600 locations worldwide, and you can bring a guest any damn time you want. For more info, go to your local Planet Fitness or go to planetfitness.com.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Woodward Sports is at it again, giving away more cash and prizes than anyone in Detroit. Get into our March Bracket Challenge, powered by Jug and Nathan Neurosurgery. If you have the biggest basketball brain and get first place, you win $1,000 cold hard cash. But it doesn't stop there. Second place gets a weekend at Grand Traverse Resort in Traverse City, including brunch at Erie and golf. Third place, 2 club seats to see the Pistons versus Bucks with food and drinks courtesy of RHB Laboratories in Troy. You can pre-register now at WoodwardSportsBracket.com. That's WoodwardSportsBracket.com. Then, after Selection Sunday, fill out your bracket for your chance at $1,000 in cash, money, and more. Pick by mascot, choose by team colors, have your dog picked. No matter how you do it, go to WoodwardSportsBracket.com right now and register. All powered by the best in the game, Chuck and Nathan Neurosurgery and Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Excuse me. And right now, you can scan the QR code on the screen. Get ready for the college basketball tournament, everyone. Use a promo code Woodward1000. Make your first deposit. Then make your first bet all the way up to $1,000. If you lose it, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. Think about that, everyone. Come on now. What are we talking about? And it's Caesar Sportsbook, one of the OGs in the sports betting game. The app is clean. It's easy to navigate. They have all the markets, the parlays, everything you want. All the stuff you've come to love is all there for you at Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. All right, coming up on hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty. He's back, everybody. We got KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts out there and get it in. You want to jump the line? Just drop a super chat in there, and we will get to those right on the spot, and we'll get to it, all of it. Mike O. Opening day is more of a social event, a Mike O tradition. I like how Mike O talks about himself in the third person. I like it. For real. Like, it works for Mike O. Mike O will be the first one to tell you that it works for Mike O. So let's do this. Pistons. I heard a stat that was stunning that really hit me like a ton of bricks, and I heard it this morning. The Detroit Pistons' magic number to clinch the 6th seed is 9. 9 wins, or 6 wins and 3 losses from the team behind them, or, you get it.
Right.
Magic number for the Pistons to clinch the 6th seed is 9. They are 38-31. I mean, D-Mac, like, it's real. And this is where it all kind of came to me when I was running on the treadmill today at Planet Fitness. Shout out 313 Run Club. I was thinking about it today, where when I heard that, I was like, it all hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they've done this year is incredible. What Trajan Langdon has done this year is incredible. What J.B. Bickerstaff has done this year is incredible. What Kate Cunningham has done this year is incredible. The guys they signed, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris has been great.
Yes.
The young guys. Oscar Thompson.
Ron Holland embraces this town will love Ron Holland.
Oh, yeah. He's a Piston through and through.
There has been no better match made ever than Ron Holland with the Pistons.
It's a fact.
Jalen Duren.
Right. Think about
up.
that earlier in the year. That conversation about, right, the question marks, too. You'd want to talk about that might be the, Jameson Williams adhering to the herd.
Yeah.
Right? Like the one maybe sort of outside looking in, looking for more of the consistency, but man,
that's a great example.
I've seen more alley-oops in the past month than I have in Pistons basketball in 5 years.
He a different player.
Nitty gritty. Don't forget to give Tom Gores his flowers as well. Absolutely. And this show's been big on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's missed by a lot of people. Yeah. He had a $70+ million mistake too. And what did he do? Didn't hesitate for a second.
CTC.
Cut the check immediately. And that's all you can ask. Look, the Pistons people would be the first ones to tell you that it wasn't working before. They would be the first one to stand up there and tell you that.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's working now. And you can't deny it. And it's from ownership down.
Yeah.
And I do feel as though the Pistons probably aren't getting enough credit in the Detroit sports pyramid right now. Yeah. For real. I don't think that they are, man. For real. I honestly don't believe that.
I think attendance says otherwise. Have you seen some of these Pistons games
sure.
now?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've never seen LCA so packed for a Pistons game.
Right, but even before, like with the Blake Griffin days, like Pistons fan, it's weird, right?
The core fans have showed up,
and they always have. And the Pistons Twitter, that's a thing. And the Pistons have always had that core ride or die group where I think D-Mac, people float in and out with the Tigers, and I think they float in and out with the Red Wings.
Yeah,
I do. But that Pistons core of fans never goes away. It's just, I don't know. Am I out of line here then? Like,
no,
not completely. No,
I think the Wings have the same core.
Yep.
Right. I think the Tigers do too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Tigers. If you say which core is the minimal, I'd say it's the Tigers. Probably.
Yeah. But that's because the Wings and Pistons have more success than the Tigers.
Well, but yeah.
Technically, they have more success.
Up until right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I got rid of Javi.
But it's what I've always said, though. Yeah, right. What I've always said, though, is that this Detroit sports fan is fickle but knowledgeable. When you give them product and effort, they will show up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I just want to put that out there. It was stunning, the feeling. DNC ENT, if they go 7-7 in the last 14 games, they're a 45-win team.
I love it.
They won 14 games last year. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. And what did they change? They brought in 2 vets.
Yeah.
And
their head coach.
But
And
the
the
right
GM
vets.
and the GM.
And the right coach.
Three vets.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yep.
is in the 92nd percentile. Last I looked, catch and shoot threes in the league, and Malik Beasley is one of the leading 3-point shooters in the game. That's all it took. And the Jalen Duren thing, man.
Like I say, he's changed. He's a different player.
Yep.
You ready to pay him, Spenny?
Yeah.
No questions.
No questions.
Look how quick a couple months. Look
It's
at the
insane.
difference.
Like, we don't even realize it, do we? Like, I see the light kind of going on with you, KG. Like, you look back at it and you're like,
it is really amazing when you look back at
I
it.
needed to see Jalen Duren take a step defensively because he's got all of the freak athlete stuff in the world. He's very good when it comes to taking the ball in transition and distributing the ball as a big man. Those are things that you can't really teach. Like, his vision and his passing skills are impressive.
Yeah.
and he dunks everything.
And he dunks everything. Yeah, he's a freak. Probably the biggest freak athlete in the league. But you needed him to take a step defensively. And under JB Bickerstaff, there's no better coach in the league for him to do that. And he's done it. So, yeah. Max.
What's third different defensive system?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's 21.
Third coach, too. Yeah.
Does that matter, D-Mac? It seems like it matters.
No. Yeah, obviously, and that's the team. And you bring up such different things, and it's the stats of all these guys on the floor and the way that they're playing, but it's really the locker room too. So your veterans have been veteran leaders. You mentioned the Hardaway Jr. Look at Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart is the big dog in this, right? He's your Ben, right? And now not only being the best under rim protector and stuff like this, but coming into his own and being valuable, right? What do we see? I've seen maturation on his point. Yes, he's going to get frustrated. He's going to get tossed. He's going to push somebody every now and then, but you don't mind that.
You need that.
You need that because he's protecting the rest of his guys.
And
to that point, right? No one's learned and has embraced as much off of that than Jalen Duren.
And shout out to JB Bickerstaff for not trying to make Isaiah Stewart a stretch 4.
Hey,
dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
In the super chat, Dante151, rest in peace, fans of John Cena, because he's not taking abuse from you guys anymore.
He's got kids crying in the front row.
I like it.
I do too.
Boo them kids.
We got our rest in peace.
He also says, also when Ron Holland gets running to the hoop, it's like he's going to do something nasty to the other team's player. Go Pistons.
Ron Holland's fluidity around the basket and his finishing ability in traffic is elite.
Nice.
At that age.
Yeah.
Is he 19 now?
Yep, I think so.
He's only going to get better.
He's got that step back too, man. That thing, he busts it out every now and then where it's just, and it looks so. I love Ron Holland.
Once that shot get to falling,
his potential is like insane level of potential.
Yeah,
I picture him when this team's like ready to win.
I picture him as the second best player on this team when they're when they're like
even over
fighting
Asar?
championships. Yeah,
Even over Ivy.
Yeah.
I picture him like we're putting him on SGA for this whole series.
Yeah, I picture him as the second best defender and the second best offensive player on this team when they're ready to win.
And he'll slow down SGA and he'll get you in the teens every game of that final series.
Yep.
Bro, SGA being guarded by Ryan Holland and Asar Thompson, like
Got him in hell.
That's
tough.
another one.
I mean,
dude.
That's
You're
a
talking
tough night.
He
That's
went for 50 the other night. It's hard to slow that guy down.
It is.
Oh, 100%.
He gonna work for every goddamn point. He gonna work for every point.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring
That's
it up.
a great point.
Yeah.
Right there to finish it off, right? Nobody wants to play your team because
Yeah.
you got to play all 48 minutes.
Yep.
And that's the biggest difference is the way they played. Look at night and day between last year. They play as hard defensively as they do offensively.
Yeah.
Real quick, Woodward Sports chat thread. Danny G. Baez statistically was the worst everyday starter in the history of baseball. Need I say more?
That's
Danny G. Apparently we have to.
Danny, that's what Neil has been just saying.
Preaching
He's trying
for-
to help you out.
He
The
been preaching.
asteroid's going to hit your town, buddy.
Right.
It's just one. I give it till the middle of May.
Yeah.
Till the middle of May.
Does anybody have an update on that asteroid thing? Is it still closing in?
I'm sure it is.
But wouldn't they say like the chances were like
It's like
3.2% or something
like that, yeah.
of it impacting?
Saying there's a chance.
Oh, I'll roll the dice on that. 4%.
Shit, okay.
It's going up.
Send Ben Affleck
Yeah.
in West
Yeah.
Texas.
Can't we
Send him-
like land a shuttle on there,
Yeah.
drill to the core, and blow it
Yeah,
up?
some
would
oil,
think,
some
right?
oil drillers.
That's what all the movies told me.
That's a banger movie,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
What if I told? Okay,
Shout out
here's
Ben
this.
Affleck.
I'll give you a scenario. All right, this asteroid's coming towards Earth. Why don't we just put Javi in space, give him a glove, and he'll scoop that thing
Well,
up?
you know
There's
what?
no way.
Tech-
There's no way it'll hit Earth.
Technically, the Starlink the astronauts have been lost for 9 months are on their way back. So you know what? Maybe they can swap them out.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay,
Back up.
I like it.
Right? Well, they mean it's empty.
Don't
in
let me
the
go, Murph.
Space station.
Murph.
Murph.
Some rest in peace, and then some lion stuff. Cool.
Sound good.
Sounds good. That's the move. Merch is the move. WoodwardSports.com. Click the shop tab. Get your Woodward Sports merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Get geared up. We got opening day coming up. We got the playoff push for the Pistons. Red Wings as well. Golf season's around the corner. We got a golf line. The draft is here. F them picks. Whatever you need, man, we got you covered. The very best in Detroit sports wearables. Shop.woodwardsports.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports is Spine. Join Dr. Pierce here every Tuesday, except for this Tuesday. He's going to join us
Tomorrow.
Wednesday because the Doc's off traveling, some country, whatever. During Big D Energy, but it'll be so Wednesday tomorrow with us, Thursday Ermanni and Edward, always offering top notch injury advice. Trust the guy, DMAC Trust. That's me. Dr. Pierce is here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports
Thanks for
Network.
your arm out there.
Little bit of breaking NFL news. The Vikings and Jeff Okudah have reached an agreement
Look out.
on a one-year contract. The 26-year-old Okudah has multiple options but chose to return to the NFC North, this time with the Vikings, to play for defensive coordinator Brian Flores. And, of course, that comes courtesy of Adam Schefter. So
Thank
that's
you,
out there
Vikings.
as well. He's what is he going into? Year number 7?
Yeah. Damn, it's been 7 years already?
Look out.
Well, you know what, though? Like, I will say this about Jeff Okudah. The man's been in the league 7 years.
He's managed to find a roster spot.
He found a way.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can call him like the worst bust of all time.
He was picked third.
No, I know. I understand that. But he's 7-year career, man.
Not as big of a bust as Trey Lance.
7-year career, but how much substantial playing time has he actually had?
It doesn't matter. He's gotten a check for 7 years. Like, I always laughed about people that called Sean Bradley a bust.
Oh, well,
like,
yeah.
that dude played for like 14 years in the
he's
NBA.
he's still a bust, but he's not as big of a bust as Trey Lance.
No, like, he played.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be the biggest bust ever if you played for 7 years. Somebody thought you were okay.
Yeah.
So
Just
it'll be
not
interesting to see him in the
top three
division.
Pick okay, but
I wonder how things will go for him when he comes to Ford Field.
Torched.
Who them Okudas?
J-Mo 200-yard game. Stop playing.
Yeah. So
I was just thinking who scores on him first.
Probably Amon-Ra.
With the little shake and bake.
Yeah.
Okudah falls down. He
He
walks
said
in.
Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick.
TP.
Fade, corner of the end zone.
Yes. Art Vandelay, biggest bust, Jamarcus Russell. He's up there.
He's up there
He's
for sure.
definitely up there. He's not the biggest, though.
Well, that would be the biggest.
He is the biggest.
He's
yeah.
the biggest.
the physically biggest, yeah.
Bust.
Yeah.
Safe to say I'm the biggest.
You guys ready to put some people in the coffin?
Let's go.
Why not?
Let's do it, everybody. It is Rest Tuesday. We take somebody from the sports world, we put them in the coffin and bury them because it's over. OVA. Spencer Raxter, the tradition?
Yeah. This one I just thought of. I've just off the top of my head just now. I'm going to rest in peace Sam Darnold's comeback career.
Okay.
He is going.
Tell me more.
He's going to Seattle. They obviously got rid of DK Metcalf. I know that bringing in Cooper Kupp and pairing him with JSN is going to make him so much better. We saw Geno Smith kind of fall apart in that Seattle offense, how it's been laid up recently. I don't know if Sam Darnold can keep the dream alive. And we do know the last time the Seattle Seahawks paid a lot of money for a quarterback coming off of marginal success, they drafted one in the 3rd round, and he ended up winning the battle in camp. So look out for Quinn Ewers to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks next year now. But I don't think that Sam Darnold will have the same success that he had in Minnesota. I think a lot of his success in Minnesota was on the back of Kevin O'Connell being one of the best offensive minds in football and having having Justin Jefferson as your number one receiver. So I don't think he'll have nearly the same amount of success as he did in Minnesota.
There it is. Rest in peace. Sam Darnold, huh?
Yep, comeback's dead.
Comeback is dead.
He made his money, though. Good for him.
Yeah, you got your bag. Chase, who you putting in the coffin? Who's resting in peace? I look forward to your contributions.
Rest in peace from the sports world. Joey Gallo's career in the outfield.
Damn. Is that actually happening?
I think so. I don't know. I'm rolling with it, Spenny. Yeah. He is transitioning to a new type of strikeout artist.
Right.
Formerly, just swinging and missing in the box all the time. He is putting down his outfield glove and picking up the ball and heading to the mound. He's going to try pitching.
Wait, what?
That's what he tweeted out.
He tweeted that out.
No way.
I don't know if he's being facetious or not.
This is from the horse's mouth. Joey Gallo's Twitter. He said, I'm retiring from the outfield.
No.
Follows it up, just so you know, I'm going to be pitching. I was talking about it a little bit with Spenny and our guy Ryan Lentz from the back. He, like I said, he's just becoming a new type of strikeout artist.
That's hilarious.
And I got excited when you said, rest in peace to Joey Gallo's career in the outfield, because I thought he was going to come here and play third base.
Shit, I'd take him right now.
Damn.
At least he can hit a baseball. Sometimes.
Like
when he's on. But
can you do that? Can you say, "Oh, I'm going to be a pitcher now"?
Didn't
you can?
Anthony Ghost did it? Yeah.
Whether the team will accept it or not is a different
isn't he
story.
Still with Cleveland, or he pitched for Cleveland, right?
I think he's with the team.
I mean, I imagine he's got you can imagine the people who make the MLB are probably the best player on their little league teams growing up. Those dudes probably pitched and played all over the field, so he's probably got a little bit of an arm, but. I mean, who knows? Also, RIP to Hudson's Bay, Canada's oldest and largest retailer, filing for bankruptcy. I was just thinking of D-Mac when I heard that. So
nice.
Anthony Ghost just pitched for the Mets 2 days ago.
Holy shit.
There you go. Mike G says, rest in peace to the Joe Valeno experiment. They haven't made that official yet, have they? Oh, but he's calling his shot, though. That's the point.
Joe Valeno, they traded him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. They did.
For Mrazek's shutout against Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
He got a shutout, just like everyone predicted.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 2-1.
There you go.
As Red Wings goalie. KG.
Yeah.
Who are you resting in peace?
Low-hanging fruit. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I feel it's appropriate. Rest in peace to Jace Young. The fact that they would rather try Javi Baez and Zach McKinstry at third instead of your ass, I think it's pretty bad. And when you just look at Kevin McGonigal being in the system, he's the future at third. I don't know what they're going to do with Jace Young. He appears to be another Al Avila failed pick in this time.
Damn.
It's fucked up, man.
Well, Sean Belize, you know how I told you the Pistons' magic number is 9 to be the number 6 seed? Sean yesterday hit me over the head with one. Jace Young's 24. It's going to be 25 during the season. At what point are you not a prospect?
That spot's been open for 2 years.
Yeah.
They've been holding the door for him.
It's over.
Howie Lee's passed him up.
For real. And if you don't want to say it's over, okay. But he's minus 300 to not make it.
It ain't looking good.
You know what I'm saying? He's already optioned to AAA.
That's tough, man.
That's technically how many failed picks has Alavila had? I mean, if you still want to count Torque because he's on the team, fine. I guess you can say the same for Mize, but as 1-1 guys, that wasn't good. Matt Manning. I mean, I could go down the list of just failed Alavila picks.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Sandy Dorton. Rest in peace to the 313 area code. That is, they've run out of numbers in the 313 area code. They're making a new area code.
What?
679, I believe it is.
Yep.
I saw Ryan Ermanni on Fox
I
2 when
saw
I was on the
this morning,
treadmill.
too.
679.
679, I believe it is.
What
Mark me
suburb
on
is
it.
that for?
That's
for
going to be the
Detroit.
new Detroit. They're going to like give a segment of Detroit that.
Nah, G.
They're out of 313 numbers.
Nah.
Yes, they are.
Nah,
KG.
they gotta
How
fix
many
that
cities
shit.
booming?
You sound like somebody saying that Javi's still good.
679.
Yep.
What do you want it? What do you want it to be?
We supposed to have a 679 day?
Like, what would
Yeah,
that
yeah. You can't even compute it. No. Y'all better figure that shit out. T-Mobile,
June
AT&T,
16th?
I don't care.
You
Y'all
can
figure
make
that
it
shit
a
out.
vacation from
Yeah.
the 6th to the 9th.
I was gonna say long
Kenny's
weekend.
Kenny's acting like it's going to be voted on.
No, it's
Kenny,
happening.
As
Here,
a Detroiter,
Kenny, let me
no,
give you
bro.
this. For the next like
No.
3 months or 6 months, you can use 7 digits to dial, but after that, you're going to have to use all 10, the 1 and whatever. Oh, yeah. Really going to throw you for a loop. You're going to have to get into those contacts and put the 1 in front of everybody.
Yeah, they done ran out of 313 numbers, man.
Sorry.
If you got one,
Price
keep
of
it.
a brick went up, bro. You gotta play exclusive to get it.
Super Bowl Cartier, rest in peace to Torque haters. Okay. Skydog 722, rest in peace Chris Illich. I just like the sound of that. Now, that's a little aggressive.
Jesus,
everybody.
right.
Yeah. The real K77, rest in peace to Zion Williamson's chances of winning in New Orleans.
That's been gone.
Yeah.
That's been dead.
Yeah.
He don't even want to be there, bro.
Danny G, 679, so garbage.
Yeah, that shit's horrible.
Then give me a better one.
Between that and the Detroit sign, it's like, come on, dog. Like, y'all could.
I drove past it Sunday going home from the airport, still going strong.
I
no,
told you.
No graffiti,
I told
no
you.
defacement.
We're not fucking animals, Neil. I told
The
you.
Detroit sign's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
It looks way better in person.
I liked when they put the
It's
flowers
growing.
around the base.
It's growing. It lights up. It's green.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
They still could have did better, but it's,
Now
serviceable.
now it does remain to be seen. We have the new planting season or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
we got to landscape it back up.
We'll get it
But
right.
we'll get there.
We'll get it right. But that fucking Arial font that they use, that basic ass default ass font that they use, come on, bro. Y'all
Okay.
could get better.
That's all. Don't be mad at me, KG. I didn't come up with the area code. Darren McCarty.
Yes, sir.
Who you resting in peace.
Well, I'm going to rest in peace. This sort of just in. Detroit native, Michigan Wolverine, defensive end Super Bowl champion. Brandon Graham has announced his retirement. So I'm going to say
Good run.
Great
run.
freaking
Yeah.
career. Brandon Graham, one of those guys that you can win with and you see on the defensive.
I was happy for
defensive
him that
end,
he
and
got-
I'm
they got that
happy
Super
for
Bowl,
him.
yeah.
He got his money, stuff like this. Always happy for a hometown kid done good. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see what he does. But I think that, like, when you talk about keys to winning and stuff, it's guys like Brandon Graham,
Bingo.
right? Like, and what he did cannot be understated.
I just have a lot of respect for the dudes that are like, I'm hurt. I know the risk.
Yep.
I'm playing.
Line
And,
them up.
Real quick, just a shout out, Isaac Howard, Big Ten Player of the Year. Shout out Michigan State Spartans and Trey Augustine, Big Ten Goalie of the Year. So,
All right. So
shout
there,
out to the number 1 Michigan State Spartans.
number one. A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. Got to
That
take care of
hockey
business.
number one?
Yep.
He was number 1.
Well,
Take it.
and
Where's the-
also Detroit Red Wing Drive.
Yep.
Where's the Frozen
Future.
Four at?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Okay. Nicholas Duncan, the 810 area code is better. 810 or 679? Can we chat pull that one?
St. Louis.
810 easy.
St. Louis it is? Can we
Shout
chat
out.
pull that one?
Yep.
Better
517.
better Detroit area code, 810 67. Well, 810 was what, technically the suburbs though, right?
Yeah.
248's is like a suburb too. That's
Yeah.
like more like Lake Orion, like Oxford area.
That is true.
Was it 697?
679.
679. That shit ain't got
Yeah,
no kind of ring
734 you
to
get
it.
into like Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area.
By the airport.
Yeah, and then 517, Jackson, Lansing.
Shout out to 586.
Oh, my 586 people.
I
There's
used
some
to-
nice women on 586. I ain't gonna
Thanks.
lie.
That's right.
I've had some adventures with the 586 area.
That's right, KG. You know. Justin Station, we need.
Things have evolved. We
Yes.
used to just, I can't we said the same thing down in Taylor or Woodhaven,
Yep.
Westland, and now we're doing area codes.
I'm going to go ahead and do it on mine because it's been like this for a couple of years. Rest in peace to the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee's integrity.
Oh,
And
look
and-
at you. Look at
What
you,
are you
Mr.
digging
Money
up?
Man.
No,
digging
but
up
I finally have the provable receipts. You know what I'm like? I have finally determined a cause of death.
Okay.
You know, the autopsy's
All right.
complete.
'Cause
All
you
right,
was
is
a
that
here
fair?
champion yesterday. Go ahead.
Here it is. North Carolina Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham will earn $68,000 for the Tar Heels' berth in the men's NCAA tournament. Standard practice, right? Athletic directors, coaches, they get bonuses when teams get in the NCAA tournament. It's pretty standard practice. The only issue with that is he's the committee chair for the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee.
Wow.
He's the boss of the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee. Despite the fact that North Carolina was 1-12 in Quad 1 games, despite that fact,
Two Quad 4 losses.
with 2 Quad 4 losses,
That
despite
is
that
nuts.
fact, North Carolina, who is pretty much universally held as the weakest of the bubble teams when you boil it all down, despite all of that, North Carolina's AD will receive 1/12 of his annual base salary, which his annual base is $814,000, according to his contract. The $68,000 bonus is for, quote, overload duties, work, and responsibilities related to the NCAA tournament. That's the word for word in his contract. He received the same when the North Carolina's women's team received a number 3 seed in the tournament as well.
Oh, double dipping.
So, Bubba, who is the selection tournament committee chair, has a vested financial interest in what happened.
Are they a playing team?
They are.
So now they're talking. No wonder I hear rumblings they want to expand it to 76 teams. All these ADs want to get their bonuses.
That is crazy.
I'm in the
Doesn't
wrong.
it start to make
I'm in
you
the
sense
wrong
now?
gig.
You were
I'm in
standing
the
on
wrong
business
gig.
yesterday, man. Oh my God! I told
No.
you.
I
right.
was giving you the why on a
I
case by case
understand.
basis.
But once again, I told you it wasn't right, and that means the committee ain't shit. Here you is today
well,
with the
hey,
proof.
it still happened.
Yeah.
And no one cares because they're not going to change it.
Yeah, they not. But
So
some bullshit.
DNCENT, get your bag, bro. Hey, you know me. You know me. Bubba Cunningham,
Right.
shout out. Ultimate Bag Master. Yeah, you know me. All right, let's take the break, get into some Lion stuff. Opening day. DMAC, tell them where they can find Spenny on opening day.
Oh,
that's the show.
Absolutely, Detroit. Get ready. Tigers opening day is here, April 4th. National Spend Mo Racks Day. Join Woodward Sports for the biggest and best party in the D, the Grand Slam Festival. Outdoor tent party at the Detroit Opera House. Broadcast is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. They'll all be flowing that day for sure.
Lord, what
Drinks
could
will be
go wrong?
flowing, smoke clouds will rise, and the party won't stop. Woodward Sports Network broadcast will go all day. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports opening day. It's so big that it's a Friday, and I'm even going to show up. Brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw. Let's go. See you down there.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning from Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Woodward Sports.
What's going on, Woodward sports fans? Whether you're hitting a game, sitting at home watching, or just chilling wherever you are, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis across the street, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations right here in Metro Detroit. So there's always one nearby. You can get the Darren McCarty brand powered by Legacy Cannabis at all Jars in your area. Please let me know what they've got. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite products today.
All right, keeping it pushing. Do have to talk some football because there was football in the news. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. You want to skip the line, go ahead and use the super chat as well. We were talking about it earlier. There's a new area code coming. The 313 is full. No more admittance into the 313 area code. 679 loading.
Yeah. I got mine. Get yours.
Sell your number, KG.
Hey, I should.
Yeah, like a jersey.
I really should.
Like a rookie.
I bet you could actually make some money for this. Somebody would actually pay for that.
That's a fact.
100% they would.
Damn,
100%.
I done had mine since been pimping though. I don't know. I done had my shit since high school.
In case you missed it, Jeff Okudah has signed a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings, so that will be fun. I can't wait for that. But there was some Lions news, and it didn't really involve the Lions. And D-Mac, you know how we do this sometimes. Sometimes I got to go to Spencer for an explanation. Azeez Ojulari of Giants fame. Fame is strong. You know, he's a pretty good player. Solid player.
Injury guy. Also a little injury prone.
Injured a lot. I would say probably in the Zadarius Smith type camp, but gets hurt more. Is that fair?
Yeah, fair.
I'm talking about just production-wise.
Yeah.
Like numbers-wise. He signed a deal with the Eagles. 1 year, $4 million, I believe, was the final figure.
He's also 25. Very young player, too.
Very young player. So, D-Mac, I'm gonna bring Spencer into the fold for a second here, because on paper, and look, we deal with this all the time, right? People will throw names at us on socials, and I'll be like, nah, that's. I figured they were gonna be in on this one, Spenny. No,
because Azeez is he's a 3-4 guy. You know, he's more of the outside linebacker, edge rush, pass rush guy. If you didn't sign Derek Barnes, then you'd look at a guy like Azeez Ojulari. But even that, Derek Barnes is a more well-rounded Sam linebacker, while Azeez is pretty much specifically a pass rusher from that spot. And so he wouldn't fit to be an edge on the Lions because he doesn't do well in the run, and he can't bump back in the coverage, so you can't play the Sam on the Lions either. So this one I wasn't really too upset. I know Lions fans were upset with it because it was a 1-year, $4 million deal, but this isn't the type of guy they go after. They like the big physical edges that can play in the run as well. So, I'm not dying on this.
Here's my question, Spenny. Probably more of a guy for this team 2 years ago than it was now, right?
Yeah.
You're picking specific guys, and you just break it down. Why doesn't he work, and why do other guys work? I think that this is the why that will be explained as it's drawn out. We get into draft or whatever, these guys available, is that you look at Derek Barnes because you had the guy that you need to do certain things already there. So as a fan, that gives me more understanding of what, I saw out of Derek Barnes getting hurt, but they believe that he's going to do. And these are the alternatives, right? So you're not there. You might have been there on this guy a couple years ago, but it's also, too, to me, it's gatekeeping. And I know we all go about Brad Holmes likes injured guys. No, he likes certain injured guys that he thinks he can rehab. That's what he likes.
And that come at a distressed price.
Yes.
And come at a distressed price.
No, and he gets it on his deal. This was not it.
Yeah, Danny G says he's a better James Houston, and that's it. And he's injury prone. I mean, obviously the injury prone part would not dismay Brad Holmes from going after somebody at all. But like I say, he doesn't fit the scheme. They want a guy that can do, in that spot, they got Derek Barnes because they love what he does in coverage. He's great in stopping the run, and he can get to the quarterback when asked to. Azeez Ojulari is basically just getting to the quarterback. He can't play edge on this team, and he can't play Sam on this team. So they're not going to bring in a guy that can only do one thing. They've already proven that.
So there you go. Pretty simple explanation, right?
Yeah.
The thing that kind of baffled me about it is the 1 year, $4 million deal, and he's 25 and often injured.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm getting the biggest bag, and I'm coming from the Giants.
And
I'm gonna get my bag first.
And I guarantee you he has a great season on the Eagles.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
He doesn't have a choice.
He's on, like you say, he's on the 1 year deal. He fits their scheme perfectly. What he is going to do, the people he has around him is going to make his life a lot easier. He is going to be a great signing for the Eagles, but he would not have fit the Lions scheme.
He's got to go bet on himself and take whatever price, because staying healthy is the biggest thing. So why not go to the Super Bowl champions where in their scheme he fits an absolute role?
And maybe the Lions were in on him. Maybe Brad Hill. You never know. But excuse me, Georgia guy.
Oh yeah,
playing with all those Georgia dogs that the Eagles have. Probably a factor into it.
Yeah, we like Alabama.
Obviously, them coming right off a Super Bowl champion plays a factor into it. Seeing what these guys have gone to Philly, done, and get paid definitely plays a factor into it too. So it was kind of the perfect storm for him to sign with Philly.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Dante151 in the super chat. I'm not mad at the Lions, but I'm mad at the Giants for not trading him this past season before the trade deadline. So screw the Giants and screw their GM. Well, that's just Giants doing Giants things.
Yeah,
right.
Much.
Like, I don't get it, man. And you can weave this in to what the Browns are doing. I don't understand what the Browns are doing.
I don't either.
I don't. Like, what is Myles Garrett going to do for you?
Nothing.
And I'm not saying this like, bring him to the Lions, we should have had him. No, I'm saying like, I'm just looking at it.
It just didn't make sense.
If I'm the Browns GM, and I get the why. I know why. Because when this fails, they'll be fired.
Yeah.
And they don't care what it's like after they leave. They don't care. But my whole thought process is, a lot with the Giants, with the Browns, every team after team has shown you the way of doing this. The Lions are an example.
Yeah.
The Texans are an example. Like,
you could have jump started.
You just got to bottom out
Yeah.
and say, hey, we're dead for a year and a half.
Yeah, tap out. Hire competent people, get a load of draft capital, and hopefully it works.
That's it. Like, and if it doesn't, you're not in a bad spot because you're just letting draft picks go or trading them at the end of their contracts. Like, I don't understand why there's not more. We're starting to see it with the NFL trade deadline. We're starting to see that have more life. I don't understand why the GMs don't take more of an NBA approach to it.
Yeah,
and say,
should.
this isn't working. We're going to break this down, sell it off for parts.
So, in a matter of time, right? All it takes is for the first one to operate that way. We will see it.
Yeah, I mean, the Lions did it.
But that's what I'm saying. And the more and more that teams do it, copycat it, right?
You would think, because if this line of thinking can fix the Detroit Lions, then it can work anywhere.
That's a fact.
Anywhere.
But
here's the thing. No, you have to have the ingredients, and the ingredients have to go all together because you have to have the combination. It works with the formula with the right combination.
It's
and
really
that's coach and GM.
Yeah, it's really the people in the front office. You have to hit on those.
And give Rod and Sheila and Spielman or whatever like that. It starts with the game plan. It starts from the top, and that's what the process and the growing is.
This one, when I look at the Azeez Ojulari signing, I'm more upset with DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like I think DeMarcus Lawrence would fit exactly what you want to do. He's great in stopping the run. He's obviously great in getting to the passer. He was coming off of an injury. He signed a cheap 1 year deal. That would have been, I thought, a perfect addition to this team. Azeez Ojulari, I can see why they didn't sign him. No, but I can also see why Lions fans are upset because there's a 1 year, $4 million deal, and he's a
name you know.
He is a good pass rusher when healthy. So.
Yeah, it's just I'm just surprised for him. Like, I think he's represented by Rock Nation.
Yeah.
I'll have to text I got a buddy that works.
That's
over
why
there.
you go to the Eagles. You stay healthy. You get 8-9 sacks this year. You'll make
your bag.
Yeah.
Because he would have got a bag anyway though. Because hope sells.
Yeah, it's true.
Howie Roseman, effing genius. You didn't pay Josh Sweat, but got just as much production. Yeah.
Nolan Smith.
Well, if he stays healthy.
Nolan Smith's going to take a big jump next year. I expect that.
God, I forgot about him.
Well,
yeah, the Eagles know what they're doing.
When you have two stud defensive tackles, like the Eagles do, who would become a problem in the middle of the defensive line, you can put just like regular dudes or like
you
dudes that
could.
just above regular, and they're gonna look like ballers because you have to accommodate. Like remember when we had Nick Fairley and Ndamukong Suh, best lines defense we ever had. Like,
it's just I liked it better. I liked it better when the Eagles were imploding. You remember that, like 18 months ago?
It was wonderful,
wasn't it? Remember they were 10-0 and they just fell apart, and they got their ass kicked in Tampa in the playoffs, and I was like, all right, that's the end of them. Damn.
Now we got to put respect on Nick Sirianni's name.
You don't have a choice?
Yuck.
People got to admit Jalen Hurts is good. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Super Bowl good, yeah.
And they went all in, and I go back to this, D-Mac. The Eagles went all in on Jalen Hurts. All the way in before any of this happened.
Yeah.
To the point where their whole future was tied to Jalen Hurts. And there is not a person
they didn't even
watching this right now that would have done that. Not one.
They didn't even want to do it to be real, but they did
it.
And it worked. And now they still, for 4 years, have had the most unstoppable play in football. The fucking how has it been 4 years and we haven't figured out the tush push? Like, that shit is crazy.
We see evolvements of it. I liked in the Super Bowl last year when the Chiefs were just like, hey, just try to time it and go. We're right at the goal. Yeah, whatever.
Right. Dude, just jumping over the top.
Just jump it, right. That's your best chance.
They literally said, we're going to give them a touchdown if you do it again. What?
Well, you're right.
They should have just said so.
Yeah.
Right.
Do it. Yeah, we're going to do it
They
again.
Gonna get it. They gonna get it anyway.
Yeah.
Shit. I might as well try to Troy Polamalu this shit.
Danny G, F Philadelphia. No, don't get me wrong. The worst city in America, by far.
Stand on business.
City for city.
Stand on him, Neil.
Monwa knows it.
City for city. Steve Wilds, they are smarter than the Lions. They're a problem.
No, Howie Roseman.
Howie Roseman's probably the best GM in sports.
Danny G, I don't ever have to respect Philadelphia, though.
That's fair.
No, the city, no. You have to respect their organization.
Yeah.
Because they were teetering on the brink. Like 2 wheels were off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
And then they got it back together, man.
And if you look at how the Sixers are run as opposed to them, it's crazy.
It's crazy work. No question, man. Planet Fitness, everybody. You guys already know what it is. The Planet Fitness Studios. We are live right now. And I was live in Planet Fitness yesterday. Live in Planet Fitness the day before. Spenny will be there later. He's more of an afternoon guy. I'm more of a morning guy. I want it out of the way.
Going after the show today.
There you go, because that's how he operates. You'll find your groove. It's not like it's a huge financial commitment. Top of the line, black card option, $24.99 a month. That's it. That's all. You get access to every Planet Fitness, and you can find your routine. You can find what works for you. The latest equipment. They're upgrading equipment as we speak, as a matter of fact. And I didn't even think it needed to be upgraded before that, but that's the way they operate. Again, tons of locations, everyone. I'll never be a member at another gym. Why would I want to go pay $70 a month for a rock wall? You don't need that. Get a treadmill, lift some weights, do some things. Planet Fitness, that's the move. PlanetFitness.com.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for FeldmanAuto.com and Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. Those are the numbers right there, everybody. You see it. You're in the market for a new Silverado. Rack in our chat thread, he bought a Silverado from FeldmanAuto.com. So they saved him a ton of money. $199 a month plus tax for the lease. $249 a month plus tax. You can lease the Equinox, however you pronounce it. Equinox, front-wheel drive as well. Scan the QR code on the screen. You can search the entire inventory. You can even start the buying process online. They're goated. As my son would say, they're goated on the sticks. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. All right, keeping it pushing. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, and Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, Chase in the Chase Lounge. So, D-Mac, we keep coming back to this, right? And I'm not saying it. Oh, by the way, Woodward Sports chat thread. Hoof-hearted. F Philadelphia, and I was born in Philadelphia. So need I say more?
Damn.
Like, need I say more?
It's pretty damning.
There you go. Absolutely. Steve, Neil, are you going to tap into spring training today to watch Javi? I'm not. I saw him at third base with my own eyes. He made an error that I last saw. D-Mac, the error he made with his feet behind each other at third base that I was 150 feet away from was akin to, you remember the 1050 softball game at Liberty Park?
Yeah.
The late one?
Yeah.
You know, there was a segment of people that were in the bar since they got there from work.
Oh, yeah.
That was what it looked like.
3 balls coming at him?
The 1050.
Went to the wrong one?
Yeah, the 1050 softball game at Liberty Park error. That's what it was.
Did he just boot it, or did he just...
Oh, he booted it, yeah, straight sideways. It was incredible. Footwork was awful, all of it. But anyway, with that, I don't want to get back on that tangent. I do want to get onto this tangent. And it's not because, D-Mac, you know, they won a game, or because they beat Las Vegas on national TV and got a shutout. That game was a schedule loss for Las Vegas. What was it? 3rd and 4 nights. They're playing at 9 a.m. body time, like all that stuff. But whatever, you still got to do it. But D-Mac, am I crazy that I don't think it's as hopeless for the playoffs as everybody else does? I mean, when you revisit it, D-Mac, they're 2 points back of the Rangers with a game in hand against the Rangers. Now, they're bunched up with the Canadians at 71 points and the Blue Jackets at 70 points and the Bruins at 69 points, but they have 2 games in hand against the Bruins, and the Islanders are at 68. It's just like, to me, this NHL playoff thing here in the East is almost like a draft lottery. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be the best of the mid? And would I bet on it? No. Would I bet on it? No. Right now, the Red Wings plus 750 to make the playoffs, according to Chase. So, you know, go to Caesar Sportsbook and get it in.
That's a good bet, then?
It's not dead. You know, I don't feel like it's dead.
I mean, I would think it's 750 if you think there's a chance. Yes, there's. So Ottawa, unless they've done what they've needed to do and stepped on the pedal to give some separation to them for that first wild card.
I'm approaching this that Ottawa's in. They're 5 points clear of the Rangers with 2 games in hand.
Right. So you got Montreal, you got the Rangers that you're battling with. Yeah, it can be done.
And Columbus and the Bruins.
And the Bruins, right. So you got to, I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to need 90 points or more, right? So that's 10 more wins. I mean, because the teams you have to win, but you got to win tonight against Washington. You're going to play the Rangers and stuff like this. You just have no room for any error. So if you're going to use the other night, Sunday afternoon, and I was there, that was a 60-minute effort, right? Like, they played a great game. They rose to the occasion. They're going to have to do it every night till then. Now, the blessing, like I've said before, is if they do make the playoffs, they could be a tad dangerous because they're in playoff mode right now. So, at the end of the day, saying there's still a chance, and you're saying there's a better chance than what it was last week, right? So they have no. If they win the games, they'll take care of it, right? Take care of their own. But it's going to be tough every year. What do we sit here? We say this, great game. Oh man, look at this one. Now they got to bounce back to what they did in Washington last time. Right? Played a great game for 2 periods, then didn't come out and play the third. They have no room for that. So, you know, the tough thing is right now, Neil, if they lose 2 in a row, like, that's the thing. They can lose a few games, but they can't lose a few in a row.
And look, the schedule's murderous. I understand that. And am I gonna bet it? No, I wouldn't bet it. I wouldn't bet it. However, I don't think it's as hopeless as everybody else does. I just don't, because, and here's why, D-Mac. Like, when I look around it, and they got 15 games left. You said they got to get, 10 more wins, right?
11. You know, they got to get over 9. Like, probably 92 points right now with the way that the season is. I mean, to say you have a chance, I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm looking at.
Which is fine. Like, this stretch, them being 3-7 in their last 10. Columbus is 4-6. The Boston Bruins are 3-6-1. You know what I'm saying? Like we focus on the Red Wings because that's what we watch, and we don't kind of take a look around. Now the Canadians are on fire. They're 7-1-2, and that's why they've ascended. Are they going to continue to be 7-1-2? Are they going to be 7-1-2 in the next 10 games? I'll say no. Like math says no, that they're a middle of the road team. There'll be some regression with that. I just don't think, and the schedule's awful, obviously. I just don't think it's dead. I don't think I'm crazy for saying that.
No, not yet. No, not with where they're at. But it's you're treading water, right?
No question.
You're treading water. So,
and you're going to have to go under a couple
for lack of
times.
a better term, these last 15 games is playoff hockey. So might as well get your exhibit spring training for the Tigers. So there you go.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Super Bowl Cartier. We'd be scared to draft James Pierce or Mike Green. We'd rather trade up for Broderick Martins or Jamison Williams. That cuts both ways. To quote Sean Belizean, you take the one example and make it the all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for every Broderick Martin, there's a Jamison Williams.
Exactly. He's not perfect, people, but the pros outweigh the cons.
No doubt.
A lot.
Spenny, am I crazy? You're going to tell me I'm crazy, aren't you?
I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
I'm surprised you're keeping up the fight. You of all people.
They're only 2 points out.
Yeah,
after those
with
losses,
a game in hand.
Yeah, after those losses, they're only 2 points back in New York.
It went as bad as it could possibly go.
Yeah. And I mean, they've shown that they can go on a 7-game winning streak. Do I expect that to happen again? No.
I don't either. I'm not betting it.
But Mrazek is better than Lyon.
And you know what? This was I took the very long way to ask that question.
Yeah. Mrazek is a better goaltender than Alex Lyon.
Well, that's why Eisman had to make that. He knew that line, whatever it was. But, I mean, that was great for Peter Mrazek, and I know that his stats to whatever else. But to step up and hopefully some pride, and that's when you know the character of the guy. And he's a character guy, and he wants to win. So hopefully he can continue. I can't tell if it's your number one guy, but when you need that win, Mrazek can be that guy.
Okay, just wanted, wasn't going to wear it out or anything like that. Just wanted to bring it up and just see if the people were kind of on the same wavelength, but they'd rather talk football, I guess. But I tried, everybody. I tried. Manugian Mansion. He thinks it's a good bet. So
they have just as good of a chance as anybody else. And that, like you said, the mids, all those mid teams in the East, they have just as good a chance as anybody else.
Yeah, like the Blue Jackets.
They have the toughest schedule, but.
For the Blue Jackets that drove the stake into their heart, they're 4-6.
Yep.
Like it's not like they ripped it up either. Tell them about the socials.
I will. If you want to follow Woodward Sports, you can do so on any social media platform. We got presence everywhere, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, or Twitch. Make sure you tap in and follow at Woodward Sports because we're posting every day, all day on all the platforms. So check out Woodward Sports on all social media platforms.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Oh, what's up? Hold on. That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There
Les
it
Stanford
is.
Buick and GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2024 Envision Avenir for only $299 per month, or try out 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for only $229 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for $799 per month. Big baller special. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC. LesStanford.com together. Let's drive. Vroom, vroom.
All right, there it is. Final segment of the show. In the chat, Skydog722. Neil, why do you refuse to blame Chris Ilitch for Javi still being a Tiger?
What are you talking
Instead,
about?
you hope he
Boy.
walks away because he gets tired of you mocking him.
You just don't watch the show, Brody. I don't know what to tell you.
You're right.
Selective hearing.
I
See
blame
what I
Chris
mean,
none
Neil?
whatsoever.
See what I mean? It's just you just have to.
We got a couple
not the
Lions
capacity.
updates.
Do we? Oh, what do we got?
They did re-sign Zylstra. So
Okay.
they brought back Shane Zylstra. They brought back, or they signed another tight end earlier in the week.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently they are meeting with former tight end Quentin Morris. He's visiting the Lions today. He's a terrific blocking tight end. Caught 3 touchdowns during his tenure in Buffalo per Jordan Schultz.
It's the same as your boy.
Yeah. Need some blockers.
Is that really his name, your boy?
Your boy? His last name is your boy. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's spelled your boy, so that's what I'm called.
It's your boy. Coming from the
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav.
The opportunities are endless for Dan Miller.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Come on, Dan Miller.
Right, please.
Do it right.
For
Come
the
on.
culture. For the culture, Dan.
For the culture. Got anything else,
It's your
D-Mac?
boy.
No, I'm going golfing today. So.
The golf league
I
is
couldn't
back?
tell.
Yeah, golf's back. Officially.
I couldn't tell by your
first
attire.
round outside.
The
in
Pine Valley
Michigan.
League?
No.
Oh,
no,
all right.
Oakhurst.
Oh, okay.
Gonna go crack Oakhurst.
Shout out. Shout
There you
out
go.
Oakhurst.
Get it all warmed up for when we get back out there again. That was a fun
Absolutely.
round.
I gotta go check it out. See how the winter has made the course.
All right. Well, hey, man, I'm not going to get in your way.
Couldn't if you tried.
Couldn't if we tried. Dr. Pierce will join us tomorrow. Oh, Top 5 Wednesday tomorrow. What are we on?
Oh, let's see.
It was top 5.
We had
We
some-
came up with.
I
had
have a list. So we were gonna do top 5 non-negotiables potentially, but if it wasn't that, I think it was gonna be top 5 types of trees. So
I thought we had something else.
We had non-negotiables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was types
When
of
you were
trees,
gone, we were
unless we found something better
Yeah.
and we found non-negotiables
Yeah.
while you was gone.
So top 5 non-negotiables.
I like that.
Yeah, we knew
Like,
you
what
would.
are your? Yeah, it's the one that just fit. Like,
Yeah,
what
like
are
a
your
lefty at first
non-negotiables?
base.
Yeah.
For that one guy.
Yep. Light ice and bourbon.
Yep.
Very light ice,
Okay.
if any at all.
No
That's a
cheese.
non-negotiable.
No
She's
cheese
got
on
to give
hamburger.
head.
No ketchup on a hot, like whatever your non-negotiables are. I like that. This is
Yeah.
going to be fun. It's going to take some deeper thought.
Non-negotiable. I'm gonna smoke. So, hey, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna smoke.
It's what I told the dietitian I
Hey,
was with.
Kenny, I'll bring out a statement that I got. That
Hey.
I'm known for. It's "Are we here?
Oh, okay. All right.
Are we smoking?
I'm picking
are we
up.
Smoking?
Yeah,
Are we here?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So that will do it for today. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Hit 'em well, D-Mac. Golf season is back, everybody. Thanks for watching Woodward Sports Network. Well,
Deuces.
see you later.